Yeah, I mean, obviously you never want to lose, and especially losing right now with the chance to go home and get one more game. It truly sucks, but I think just being able to get a taste of this playoff feeling, I mean, they're a veteran squad. They make the right reads. They hit some tough shots. And so, I mean, that's hard, but I think just looking at this, looking at how far we've come from the start of the season to now, I mean, I'm just super proud of our group because I think we had such a special 12, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds.
Yeah, obviously a tough one, especially because we've climbed all the way back in and definitely had our opportunities late. And then a few different miscues, and it's back to a 2-possession game, and we couldn't quite get over the hump there. So, like AB said, like it's a good little taste of, you know, what's possible for this organization and for this franchise. And there's a lot for us to, you know, hold our heads high about. You know, this team won, I think, 5 games 2 years ago. So we're a young group, a pretty inexperienced group. But we came together and had a lot of fun playing with one another. And that's sometimes the worst part of it is, like, you feel like you're really playing your best basketball and then it has to end. And but like I said, proud of this group, stayed resilient all year and had a lot of fun together.
I think the word that Caitlin just used when she said resilient, I think that's what I'm sitting here. You know, we're all competitors in that locker room, and so it doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good to leave here and not have the opportunity to get another one and an opportunity to move forward. But the resiliency that these guys showed all year. But God dang, give Connecticut credit, right? Like, they are an extremely good team. Proud of these guys for how we played on Sunday, and they took from that and really did what we asked them to do tonight and gave ourselves a chance to win. Really proud of these guys, but these guys are hungry, and like AB said, it sucks. Like AB said, they were having to, that it ends now.
Got 2 in the front row. We'll go Doug, then we'll go Chloe.
Caitlin, you guys were right there. I mean, the AB's layup, I think, put you up 1 with 2:05 left or so, and then they made plays down the stretch. You guys couldn't hit the shots you needed. You've been in a position before in college where it ends suddenly. How long do you think it's going to take you to sort of process the season you've had, which has been, obviously, we talk about record-breaking on the court and off the court, to enjoy now what you did over the course of the year?
Yeah, it's definitely different for me. I feel like basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast, and then I came here and was trying to give everything I could to this team and kind of move on and put all that behind me and help this team, you know, get back to the playoffs. So I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back, and, you know, it was special. There was a lot of things that this group accomplished that, you know, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, 1, to start the season, and 2, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
Stay in the front row, go Matt, then we'll go Chloe.
Yeah, Christy, despite the result, obviously a spirited effort. Was just curious what your message to the team was at half, what the atmosphere in the locker room was like, and then obviously, you know, after, you know, just a little bit ago and processing the loss and what you said.
Yeah, halftime.
Win the game. Win the game.
That's what.
Yeah. Halftime was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. I mean, these guys never were in a position that we couldn't win this game. You know, we were right, whatever it was at half, and we just kind of kept, like, it was like an engine. We just kind of kept getting better as the game went on. We kept putting them in bad, you know, situations that they had to make decisions as it relates to, you know, when Caitlin was pushing, and then we would get AB a touch, and then the floor would just space out, and we were getting the hollow touches, and then we were getting those mismatches. I mean, everything that we talked about that we knew would help us be successful tonight, we did that. I don't even think we made an adjustment at halftime. We watched a couple situations that we knew we could be better at. Just the final game is just one you can't even explain, when, especially when it ends like that. And as hard as these guys played, and as proud as I am of them, and from the start till now, to end 20-20 and 6th in the league. I mean, we started 1-8. I mean, that's just unprecedented. And these guys, they fought, they worked, They got 1% better every single day. I just kept telling them, nothing defines us but our effort and our heart. And they did that tonight. They did that tonight for sure.
Stay front row on the left, Chloe, then Andrea.
Yeah, Aliyah obviously coming in last year, going 13-7 or 13-27, then missing the playoffs, to the differences of this year of kind of going 2020, getting into this playoff push. Just how can you characterize the differences between last year and this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think my rookie season, I think it was a rebuild year. And so when you're looking at a rebuild year, I mean, everyone wants to obviously jump to the championship and bring home a ring and everything. But I think when you look at basketball as a whole and when you look at where you start to where you are now, like, it's about stepping stones. And I think in 2 seasons, we've made the right steps to go forward. And I'm excited for what the future holds because we won 13 my first season, now 20 this year. Like, we're on the rise, and I think it's important to keep that as the focus because obviously you're not just going to come in and win a championship. There's so many franchises here that had to build. They had number 1 picks after number 1 picks after number 1 picks, and then they won championships. And I think everyone is just so in the rush for a ring in this moment, and obviously we would all love that because that's what everyone competes for every single day, especially just being a competitor. But I think just looking at where we are, we're in the right steps.
Front row left, Andrea, then Scott.
Caitlin, they said on the broadcast tonight that you were not going to play overseas. You were going to take some time. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that decision?
Are you snitching? Are you snitching on me?
I don't. I was focused on beating the Connecticut Sun. I haven't thought too far down the line. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. So maybe play some golf. I think that's what I'm going to do until it gets too cold in Indiana. So I got that. I'll become a professional golfer.
Not too much, babe.
Yeah.
Just wait. Keep it basketball.
Scott, then we'll stay in the second row on the left for the next 2.
Christy, you're up, I think, a basket with 2 minutes to go, and then kind of that late game execution that I think we talked about the start of the season. I think a couple turnovers, and then how backbreaking were those 3 straight triples that you guys yielded?
Yeah, I know there was a time where I went into the huddle and I just said, score, stop, score. And I think we went out and executed, and Kelsey came open on a wide open 3, and it just didn't fall. And then we had another opportunity, and we got downhill and got to the rim. Had some other people open as well, I think. I need to go back and look, but I think these guys are executing late, and then you just, then it's about the basketball gods and if that ball's going to fall. Had a couple of defensive situations that we're going to go back and be probably really upset about. But I mean, these guys, they battled, and these guys, they're a great team. Connecticut is a great team, and if you just for a second have a lapse, they're going to make you pay. And that, I think that's what great teams do. And these guys have a great opportunity to go and win this thing. I really believe that.
Next 2 on the second row to the left.
Hi, Caitlin. This question is for you. For everybody that knows clearly, unless they've been hiding under a rock, they've seen you start from your last college basketball season to go into the draft to, ever since last season, the lights have been on. Being as it's your last game for the season, on a scale of 1 to 10, physically, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I'm still young, so I don't know. I feel pretty good. I don't know.
She could have played
probably
40
play
on
another
Friday.
40
Yeah, she could have
as
played
well.
40
I don't know
on
why they
Friday.
take me out. That's all I have to say.
They did.
But no, I know I played 40 today.
Yeah,
but
girl.
I feel pretty good. I feel like and it kind of had to be an adjustment over the course of coming from the college level to the professional level. Like, you're playing game, day off game. Like, you got to really take care of your body and prioritize that. And nobody's here to babysit you. Like, you're a professional. Like, this is your job. Like, you better figure it out and do it yourself. So I think that's something that as my career continues to go down the line, it's something you're gonna have to take a little more pride in probably, and probably won't feel young for forever. So I hope, maybe, I don't know, but yeah.
Aliyah, you talked about the steps it takes for a franchise to go to win a championship. You're entering your second off season. What lessons did you take from your first off season that you're going to implement to help improve yourself, but also the team?
Yeah, I think just continue to work on my training, continue to make sure that I'm doing all the right things. Especially, I think when you look at the way we played our rookie season, my rookie season to this season, I think the pace was just a lot faster. So now I think just having a better feel of that, especially going into this, is going to be a better gauge for me for this off season. But I mean, just continue to work.
Got Sabrina, then we got a few on Zoom after that.
For Christy, obviously you have to sit in this moment, but at what point do you get to be excited about what the future holds for this team? And do you feel like you guys have everything in this locker room that you need to get to that next level?
Oh, for sure. We definitely have the pieces to have some great years ahead of us. I mean, this young talent that we have, and yeah, it's kind of the advice that I've been given all year, just, with the sold-out arenas that we've been playing in and the way these guys have just kept growing. Like, they've just kept growing into being where we are right now. And, when you're in it, it's hard to just take a second to just look and, enjoy it. We're always looking for that edge. We're looking for that next, whatever we need to do to have these guys ready. We want to make sure they're prepared for everything. So probably take a couple weeks to kind of decompress a little bit. Looking forward to getting a good night's sleep and not waking up just thinking basketball all the time. But that's the job. That's what we do. And these guys, they make us look really, really good at times because of what we have in that locker room.
Go to Zoom, Tony, and then Akeem. Tony, go ahead. Yep.
I just reflected on the season a little bit, just of, the start and how proud I was of them for their growth. Just getting, our goal was to make the playoffs, and, we achieved that. So started there. But just proud of the adversity that these guys went through. Just the expectations that were insane for us to start this season, and what people thought we should be doing, and just the, just the outside noise that these guys had to endure from game one till now. It's a lot of hurtful, hateful speech out there that's happening, and it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for any of these guys. This is basketball, and this is their job, and they're doing the best they can. And when it gets personal, to me, that is just when, there's no reason for it. And these guys have to listen and watch that. Social media is their life. That's just what they do. And they have to read and see these things constantly. And just all of the, the stories that are made up, just of what people see or think they see. I was given a technical because I said F you to the officials. False. So it's just this new world that we're in, and it is just not acceptable when it gets personal for these guys to have to deal with that. So they handled it and kept showing up and kept coming in our locker room and kept finding ways to get better, and we freaking landed in the playoffs after we started 1-8, and that is an incredible story to talk about.
Go last two, Akeem, then Mike Vopel.
Yes, Coach, how big of a boost can you give by starting lineup?
Yeah, I thought Timmy did an excellent job. The thing that she brings for us is her speed, right? Like, she's able to get out and run in transition, which means that if you are guarding Timmy and you think you're going to try to get an offensive rebound, you're really thinking, I better get my ass back because Timmy's about to run. And we've got, guards that are going to hit her in stride, and that is just something that I thought, when you get to the playoffs and you're in an elimination game, you got to find something to try differently. And I thought she did a great job for us. She defensively, her length and her speed, just movement, her veteran presence out there, just did a great job for us.
Mike Vopel, last one.
I am a tough grader. Oh gosh, honestly, like I feel like there's been so many amazing moments, but it's the moments that like none of you see that I enjoy the most. It's not the basketball. It's the people that I get to spend it with, whether it's my family, whether it's my teammates. That's what's been most special for myself, and I feel like those people are the people that know me best. Those are the people that I really care about. So like at the end of the day, like basketball is basketball. Like it is what it is, and the people around me are what allow me to be really good at it, allow me to have a lot of fun, allow me to be myself. So I don't think it's like anything on the court that like I would pick. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of great moments, making the playoffs, getting drafted, whatever it is, you know, making the national championship game. Like that's all really cool, but at the end of the day, like it's the people and the relationships and the memories outside of that. And if it's not for you as a professional athlete, like I feel like you're doing it wrong. I mean, yeah, championships are great, but you know, hopefully we have a few of those, but if you want to have really good relationships with people at the end of the day. So I feel like it's all of that, and you can't put your finger on just one thing because there's so many. And then, I mean, I don't know how I would grade myself. I'm a tough grader. I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is like I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do, and I know I want to, you know, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates, and I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can continue to get a lot better, and before we know it, I'm sure we'll all be back here and ready for the next year.